Hey there, it's Jen from North Boulder Counseling. I am sitting outside in my neighborhood. It's Saturday morning and I'm in my home clothes, hanging out, drinking some coffee. And I wanted to connect with primarily folks who have been or are currently clients with me and ask what I can do for you. Some of the traditional work we've done could be really helpful right now, but also there might be other things that would be helpful for me to do. And if there's something you can think of, one of the things, I'll name a few things that I thought of was one, having shorter sessions. So for some people right now, their schedules are weird, childcare is weird. So I'm offering half sessions, so I think that's 25 minutes, which can be really helpful for folks who can't really make a 50-minute session functionally without interruption in their home full of humans that they live with. Also, for a few people, that might be a financial issue too, because a half a session is the half a cost of a full session, so maybe that's helpful. Also, we don't usually do super kind of problem solving specific therapy, and this might be a really good time to do that because we are in a crisis right now. Not everything is crisis, but there is a crisis which is creating other little crises. It's pretty painful and disruptive, so it leaves us with a lot more questions and suffering and confusion than we normally have. So if you want to reach out and either ask me for resources or maybe even just do a single session or two sessions. I've expanded my hours actually right now. I'm working a little less each day, but I'm going to be working every day of the week. So if you want to reach out and just have a session or two about a specific problem, maybe about communicating with your spouse, dealing with some anxiety or depression that feels really specific to COVID, or people with kiddos and families trying to figure out how to be a leader or at least afloat for your family, go ahead and reach out. I also, of course, always have resources. And for those of you who don't already know and follow, I've put several blogs on my website. I know blogs aren't always the most fun, but I think that they're like, I try and make them very like, here's the information, so you don't have to read, like for 20 minutes to get like 2 points. They're actually bulleted. I don't have a long attention span for blogs, so I've made them so you can quick glance what's there and see what you want to grab, and if you want to read more, you can. And then I also have a North Boulder Counseling Facebook page, and that's actually where I do the most updated posts and little quick, I do have quite a bit of Facebook Lives that are just kind of off the cuff. So I invite you to that's all free stuff, of course. And as I come up with more content and support that is just, I'm trying to just give as much as I can right now. I will make that as available to you as much as possible. This is a mental health outlier for sure, and I think really what I'd like to do is give as much as I can and help my folks that have already been kind of in my circle as much as possible. So if there's anything I can do that you can think of, go ahead and reach out. I'm working right now on a resource list. I prefer to like have podcasts and things that I can watch rather than reading, although this is for some folks a really good time to read, so I can try and put a little bit of everything on there. Right off the cuff, if you want some great anxiety and vulnerability podcasts, Brene Brown, many of you have heard me talk about her before. She just launched a podcast. Brene is Brene and Brown. So if you want to listen to her podcast, it's excellent. If you just want to laugh and be entertained, I guess I'll make a list separately. There's one other thing for parents. The Longest Shortest Time is a great parenting podcast too. It's not like help you be parenting. It's just anecdotal stories. Some of it they have people who are professionals and have advice, but it's mostly parents sharing stories about being parents. It's really like a sense of community and support. So yeah, I could go on, but couples, this is everything is the kind of the volume is turned up right now. So relationship stresses are going to be bigger, conflicts with your kids are going to be bigger, your internal stresses are going to be bigger. And then the last thing is I would leave you with, which I've been pondering and I don't have my answer even yet, but what don't we miss right now? We miss a lot of things. There's a lot of loss. What don't we miss? I'm not sure I even have an answer, but I think it's a really probably valuable question. So I hope to hear from you, and I do hope you're all well. Okay, take care.